Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn the notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you won't be disappointed. If you haven't had a chance to follow me on any platform at Shar's Reality number 6, please do. If you haven't had a chance to follow me on my backup page on all platforms as well, please do at Shar's Reality Family. All right, let's jump into it because we got a couple things to cover. Reality TV / Housewives. It's a lot going on, okay? Now, first thing first, let's talk about Kenya Moore, right? You guys know that she's been divorced now. I'm not sure how long the divorce has been, but I do know that it is finalized. And it seems like the cockiness for her ex-husband, he probably should have played a little nicer with Sister Kenya, all right? He was rude, he was nasty, which has no type of deal or no type of dealings with the reason why he is where he is now. But I'm just saying, at least you would have had somebody that kind of could have helped you climb out of that hole. But like, baby, clearly you ain't got nobody playing Team Marc, okay? Because you are facing multiple things going on. Multiple legal troubles right now, okay? Now, according to the Jasmine brand, he is not only facing eviction, from his apartment, he's facing lawsuits as well for two of his retail properties, and it's a big chunk of money. So we're going to jump into that. Unfortunately, I don't want to see nobody, lose anything. It's hard out here, and with, our new presidents and the new things that's going on, it's even going to get even harder if we don't have a plan, okay? I'm just the news reporter. I'm just reporting. I'm just the messenger, honey. So take it up with the person that you want to take it up with, okay? It's out there. It's public information, so we're going to talk about it. But I do want to reiterate, I don't wish it on nobody, okay? Because it could be them today and us tomorrow. All right, so let's talk about what's going on according to the Jasmine brand, okay? Real Housewife of Atlanta star Kenya Moore ex-husband sued for eviction and over $448,000 in unpaid rent. All right. It says Moore's ex-husband Marc is facing serious legal trouble, including an eviction lawsuit for his Brooklyn apartment. The landlord claims Marc signed a lease extension in February 2024, set to end in June 2025, but failed to pay rent for August and September of 2024. Okay. It says accumulating a debt of $9,341. Marc, who was paying $4,920.82 monthly, now faces eviction after a February 2025 judgment. Additionally, Marc is involved in another lawsuit regarding unpaid rent on 2 retail spaces. A landlord sued Marc and 2 LLCs, alleging they defaulted in leases for properties in Brooklyn, resulting in an outstanding balance of over $448,000. Marc owned the Brooklyn restaurant Soko, which closed in February 2024 after 15 years, citing a shift towards media. Okay. The landlord served legal papers at the restaurant in October 2024. Marc and the LLCs deny the allegations, claiming the landlord could relent the properties and that the suit should be dismissed. A hearing is set for June. All right. So that's unfortunate. But, I do want to point out that he held his restaurant since 2020 for 15 years. Okay. And it closed in December 2024. So that's a hell of an accomplishment by itself. Stuff happens, right? So I do want to point that out. And also, he's denying, along with the LLCs, that any of this is true. And he's hoping that he can come back from this, okay, if the landlord would allow it. And it's also saying that he's not in this alone, okay? So I don't know if the LLCs are his LLCs or it's another person LLCs, okay? That's not clear here. But listen, this is bad news for Mr. Marc. I hope it all work out for him. We got to move on. So Garcelle from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is calling it quits, okay? She says that she want to focus on more things, that she's more than a reality TV star. She got kids and she want to focus on that. And look, Everything have its seasons, okay? We've just watched one of the reality TV stars walk away from Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? Because, things are doing. And if there's ever opportunities out there and you feel like, this may not be a good look for me anymore, or I can probably move on from something, I recommend you do that, okay? So we're going to listen to what she had to say as well. We would hate to see her go, but she's saying goodbye. She's hanging up her reality TV star housewife shoes for now, okay? So let's take a listen to that. Let's go.
Hey guys, so I have some news. I've decided to leave Beverly Hills. It's been a wild ride. I mean, some amazing things have happened, and some hard things have also happened, but it's been a ride nevertheless. One of the reasons why I'm leaving is my family, my boys. Their last year of high school is next year, and I want to be a part of that. And Jade is starting a new career, and I want to be a part of that too. And secondly, I have the most exciting projects that I am developing, producing, and acting, and I can't tell you anything right now, but you'll know soon. I just want to say thank you to Andy Cohen, to Bravo, NBC Universal, Evolution, 32 Flavors, the producers, the crew, and of course the ladies. Andy Cohen says I can come back anytime. The door will always be open, so you never know, I might pop back in sometime. To the fans, I want to say thank you so much. You guys have cheered me on, supported me, and sometimes even fought for me or on my behalf. It means a lot, and I hope you guys will continue on this journey with me. It's not goodbye, it's see you later. So see you later.
All right, we got to move on to Angela Oakley and Charles Oakley, okay? Now, Angela explained on the latest episode that the reason why her and Charles were separated at some point was because he needed to heal. It really rose a lot of red flags for a lot of people, and it made a lot of people curiosity rise, right? And because of that, people have been listening in and watching and digging, okay? Shout out to House of Aaron, because he did his search. You hear me? He did his work. He did his homework and he passed the test, all right? So because the math wasn't math, then he went and did more research on this, okay? And when he went to go search for Charles to have like additional wives, he explained that like only wife popped up was her, okay? Never another wife, okay? But when he dig further, he found an old interview or an old clip with Wendy Williams talking about her friend Charles Oakley. Okay. And when she talked about him, she talked about a party that they all went to. And when she was there, the wife, which we're not sure whether it was Angela or not, but according to the search of his wives, Angela would be the only wife. Okay. So we're not sure if it was her or not, because Wendy did not say any names. However, this makes a little bit more sense. When Wendy started talking about it, she started talking about how she was at this party and the wife came up to her and asked her, hey, can I talk to you for a moment? And when she did, she says, a baby isn't so bad after all, okay? So Wendy's like, hey, do you know anybody that been in a situation like that? She like, yeah, and pointed towards Charles, me. Okay, so from what we gather, and we're going to listen to that here, is that Angela's husband, Charles Oakley, cheated and had a baby allegedly, okay? Now, if it's not her, we'll come back and fix it, but we don't know if it's her or not, so we're still saying allegedly, but it's looking like it was her that he done had a baby with and cheated on this lady. That makes more sense why they're living in separate houses and he had to heal. Heal from what, right? The stuff that she's given was not enough to move out and live in separate houses, okay? So we're going to listen to her clip where she's saying from that episode, hey, I left him alone because, and then we're going to listen to Wendy Williams. Let's go. But just before I play any of that, y'all hit that like button, turn notification on, and subscribe to the channel. I love your checkmates, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, bye.
I really want to do that.
We'll see.
2017 with Madison Square Garden, that was a very, very rough time. Charles was attending a game in New York. The owner does not like Charles and called security to come escort him out. And we were newly married and he needed to heal and I couldn't heal him. During this time, I was just like, you know what? We're going to try to work through this at a distance. And we did live separately. So us just recommitting to one another, I feel like it's important at this moment because everything that happened since we got married, it affected us.
Yeah.
But Charles is holding our vow renewal over my head because he feels like we spent all these money on these houses. Let's handle this first, and then we can jump into something else. Well, anyway, I've been talking to Wendy, whom I love.
$3,000 a month. You should love her. This is a discount. I know she's.
Charles, I don't understand.
No, I'm just
Why are
saying,
you
though,
against therapy?
When you go so many times.
Then I was at a party with he and his wife one time.
Yes.
And when I was leaving and, getting myself together, gathering my belongings. So I said goodbye to Charles. And then she came over and said goodbye. And she gave me a hug. And then she whispered in my ear, she said, "Can I tell you something?" I said, "What?" She goes, "Wendy, it's only a baby.
Oh.
You can work this out." And I looked at her like, "Has this ever happened to you?" So she said, "Yes." I said, "Did you work it out?" And she pointed over to Charles and said, "Yes." I said, "Well, then you're more forgiving than me." Suzanne, I was